I feel like these streams, like, more and more often are starting with me just making some random noise. Also, changing the thumbnail as we speak. I just picked a random picture in my in my image just because it didn't let me change the actual thumbnail because it was too big for some reason. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, right. Yeah, you like that new thumbnail, right? I don't know, it's like a tick, man. The Aussie accent is like, I can't stop. It's really bad, actually, man. Live. I can't even be bothered posting anything but the word live. Pretty soon it's just going to be the word L. L stream. Okay. We good? Let's get this bitch open. What's going on, Trap Z? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Give it like about another minute. What do you think of the lighting? I went for kind of like a lighter blue style here in honor of the album we're reacting to today. Kind of has like a turquoisey, tealish color palette. How's your day been, Twin? I've been doing phenomenal. I woke up nice and early for this. Very excited for the album we're reacting to. What's going on, Lavender Coochie? How you doing? But yeah, this is one of the ones I'll be real. I mean, I'm excited for all of the album react streams, but there's some that I'm like a little less excited for. This one though, this one's gonna be good. I think this one is gonna be very, not to set expectations too high. Connell X, let's go. Indeed. But yeah, this is gonna be a big one. I mean, what's going on, Earl Crewneck? How you doing? All right. I think we're ready to properly start. PHOEBE Bridgers, Lost Weekend, the third studio album from PHOEBE Bridgers. Goddamn, it's also, so we're gonna go to this real quick. First of all, 87, holy shit. I mean, I know it's only been out for like 12 hours, but still, goddamn. 6 years since Punisher. So this, I mean, this return has really been, we've all been waiting for it, PHOEBE Bridgers fans. Goddamn, like, this has been a long, strenuous wait between albums. I know we got the Boy Genius record, and, you know, fair enough, but that's, you know, that's a different experience than, like, a solo PHOEBE Bridgers project. Killed it with the lighting, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. The lighting will be a battle that I think will never truly end, but, you know, I'll take my small victories where I can. But, yeah, we've got some, like, I mean, again, only been out for 12 hours, but, like, an 87 with 2,627 ratings is pretty fucking nutty. I'm not gonna lie to you. Potentially, I mean, this seems like a pretty safe highest rated album of the year. I mean, like, not to get too much into the stats, but I know the Slater album, I believe, is the highest rated of the year so far, and that's at an 83. Granted, that has a decent amount more ratings, but, yeah, like, goddamn, I mean, this could even out, like, an 85, maybe even an 86, I could see. I mean, we're in need for, like, a high 80s scoring album for this year. Do you have an album of the year account? I do. I just never signed into it. I don't really write reviews myself, although I've thought about it. It's just kind of, I don't know, I feel like that is just, I prefer kind of getting my thoughts out there through, like, speaking, you know, I guess. But I do. I just have never signed into it because I never use it for, like, anything. And I don't even rate albums, like, on album of the year without reviews, right? Even though maybe I should. It's just, it's a lot of pressure to assign a number to an album, especially after, like, a first listen. Obviously, you're supposed to do, like, second listens and stuff, right? But, yeah, sorry. I'm also scrolled down here because we've got our track list. Pretty long here, a little under an hour. We've also got a reprise as the closing track, which I'm curious about. Very high track ratings, as expected. Yeah, and I should say also, before we start, let's go back to full screen here. So this is the first, this is, like, technically the first stream that we're going to be doing where I did background research. Boom. Look at that. W streamer. No, I just re-listened to Punisher this morning while I was getting ready for the stream. Just, remind myself what the Phoebe Bridgers experience was like, and man, God, that album is so good, dude. That album is really good. Like, re-listening to Kyoto, Garden Song, Moon Song, Sun Song, those are not real. But, Chinese Satellite, fuck it, the closer, I Know the End. Oh my God, just what an album. What an album. So yeah, I mean, expecting big things, of course. Love Phoebe Bridgers. Not like, I should admit, I have not listened to Stranger in the Alps yet. I'm probably gonna do that honestly tomorrow, or maybe even like off stream today. But yeah, I mean, everything I've heard, I really like her style of songwriting. Production, instrumentation is indie-tronica often like blends kind of stuff like that. And yeah, big fan. Great singer. I mean, what's not to like, really? I mean, I can't really even think of many criticisms for Phoebe Bridgers' music besides maybe some tracks on Punisher. They're all pretty slow, very emotional. Some of them I could totally see maybe not sticking the landing a little bit with their concepts and themes as much and leaning to like slightly boring stuff. But like, if that's the worst thing I can say about your latest album, excluding this one, of course, then like that's a massive compliment, right? So yeah, I mean, we got 16 tracks, 52 minutes, so let's just not waste any more time. Get started with track number 1, The Outside. Let me know how volume is, as always. Similar to the Punisher intro. Sorry, this won't be all comparisons, but it did remind me a little bit. Oh, some like vocoded stuff here. You should see the other guy. One more time for old time's sake. Almost sounds like Bon Iver, like like, what's it called? Lost in the World, Bon Iver. I know he didn't like trademark that, but like, that's definitely a reminder I'm getting. It sounds very nice though. I'm always here for some like vocoding. I'll watch him get carried away. Fist through the drywall. I'm frozen in place, but not afraid. Ooh, okay, so before we get into this, already, I mean, we've got a very depressing subject matter. I'm picking up, I'm guessing it's grief related, right? Crying in a suit and tie, but you should see the other guy. I think that implies funeral, right? And there's with Phoebe Bridgers too, there's this like, what's the word for it? Oh, sorry, today is really bad with like me not having words to describe stuff, but like almost like tragic comedy, right? Where it's a very sad subject matter, but she has like these little short bursts of like dry humor almost in her lyricism that is like, it's not like a laugh out loud kind of thing, but it's more like a and then like you get sad again. That's kind of like the way that's worded to me. Crying in a suit and tie, but you should see the other guy, because like it's structured like it's almost like a joke, and it is kind of like making light of like, a dead person, right? But yeah, so it's interesting, like just a little like Phoebe Bridgers kind of lyrical moment in there already. I mean, in the second line, feels very, very quintessential. I should also mention I heard Lost Boys, by the way. I didn't mention that in the intro, but yeah, I did hear the single. Very good single. Let's get back to track 1, though. I'm on the outside, watching. So we're in the ocean right now. Outside of land, potentially.
I died into the crowd, and they never let me hit the ground.
Crowd surfing.
Way beyond the barricade, Ohio carried me away. Screaming.
It's apparently not to get. Also, I should say this album is going to be loaded with lyricism, probably like stuff to yap about. I will try my best not to yap too much about it because I do want this to be a relatively shorter stream. Not shorter, but like this is going to go on for 4 fucking hours, so I pick apart every single line here. But the Ohio Carry Me Away is apparently a reference to Mark Kozelek of Sun Kill Moon and their song Carry Me Ohio. I don't even know why I mentioned that, but, you know, something interesting.
You were there, but I was on the outside watching.
Beautiful little piano section here, too. Lyricism they do in a dumb robot voice. I don't know, I feel like I'm always a simp for the vocoding stuff. I think it sounds really cool, especially in this, like, softer palette, like, this context. I think it's really nice sounding. Nice little, and it's not like it's, like, just the robot vocals, right? It's layered with regular vocals, which is really, it's a nice combo. This is a beautiful song. Oh, we even got some, like, kind of, like, glitched effects on that vocal line there. We have the same drink, hell yeah. Shout out the White Monster. Not sponsored, but could be. White Monster with a White Monster. Such a stupid joke. That's what they call me back in college. Okay, song's getting too peak for me to be joking now at a time like this. God damn. Track 1. Whew. We got 6 seconds left, but... Man, wow. Alright, already, off the bat, loved that intro. That was absolutely beautiful. So splendid. My monster's got me acting up now, sorry. Before we get to the single, though, we'll talk about it a little bit. Yeah, so, a little lyrical moment in the first verse about... It says Phoebe's father, so I'm wondering maybe this is more explained in context of, like, later in the album. But, yeah, I'm not sure if her father is actually passed away, but it seems that there's definitely a theme of death and, like, a close loved one dying in the first verse, and, man, the way it's written about is so sad, man. It's got, and, like, those little pockets of, like, brevity in the comedy are so... Like, I don't know. I think that's relatable to me, too, because I'm someone I think that often, like, kind of distracts. I find, like, a good remedy for sadness and, like, despair is comedy, right? That's just kind of how I naturally operate. So, yeah, hearing that in, like, a song perspective is really cool and extra tragic for me, I think. And even just, like, this chorus, like... I feel like we'll get into this eventually, but, like, obviously the Gracie Abrams comparison is here. Like, I even had, I forget who it was, someone commented on one of my last community posts about, are you on Team Phoebe Bridgers or Team Gracie Abrams? But it's like, this is the blueprint, though, right? Gracie Abrams is, like, trying to follow the blueprint, but this is the blueprint. You know what I mean? Like, especially, I was thinking about this with Kyoto. I was like, damn, there's, like, so many... songs that sound like this now, but, like, this one was, like, the OG, right? This one was, like, but, like, this was when it, like, started a movement, it felt like, you know? We also get in the second verse about like kind of just a crowd surfing reference, and I do like how it kind of has, it's like a little metaphor for almost death, where they're carrying Phoebe like away, and she says screaming my ending, which almost implies that they're like carrying her to like beyond, like the afterlife almost. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but yeah. And but what really carried it though, it was production. I think lyricism was strong, but it was still kind of like intro-y, like setting up certain themes. But man, vocoder thing was really cool. I really like that as a layering to Phoebe's vocals. Her vocals individually were great. That piano was super nice. Some of those chord progressions in there, especially in the chorus. And yeah, beautiful singing performance, like I said. It was really patient too. For a song that is 4 minutes and super slow, it really took its time and kind of built up everything, and it had a really good pace, despite it being very very relatively slow, like I said. But yeah, wow, really strong one. Like that song a lot. That's absolutely a first like. Lost Boys as well like this song a lot, but of course I already heard it, so not too much to say about it. We'll skim through it relatively fast. Not skim, but we'll listen through it relatively fast. Oh yeah, and the kind of vocoder stuff is back here too. Completely forgot about this. The music video for this video is also really good, with the night suits, and she's like the elf. Great chorus. Sorry to pause it so early, but I was just catching this too, because this song I honestly didn't dive into the lyricism too much of. I was just like, oh, it sounds really nice. I like the funny little nights. But capitalism bad reference? I mean, this machine is killing me. I pretended it was make-believe, which kind of, ties into the theme of Lost Boys, obviously referencing Peter Pan. And then I just thought about this. Lost Boys never grow up, never go home, never spend their lunch money, yeah, never grow up, never get old. Kind of like, it's like this tying in of like, oh, kind of, I wish I was this fantastical person that can never grow up and experience the harms of this capitalist system. That could be the angle. Ironic though, sorry, not to pause so quickly. Ironic though, because the music video, the night costumes, kind of referencing the Middle Ages and feudalism, which is, say what you want, that's probably worse. Not that that's what this song's advocating for. Sorry, that's just a dumb joke. Oh, capitalism, but feudalism knights. But that is kind of funny. Very grand explosion too. Also, sorry, oh my god, not gonna make too many predictions, but one little prediction I want to make is that this album is gonna be a lot more maximal and like grand of a sound than Punisher. Like Punisher is a very intimate, like it feels like that whole, I know it's not, but it feels like that whole album is just Phoebe Bridgers like playing guitar almost, right? And it's just one person and their instrument. This feels a lot more full, and not that one is necessarily better than the other. I just think that this is going to be the thing that separates the two albums the most, I think. 57 broke a rib. You told me you wish you were dead, but I don't believe that. I still wonder. You have like the funny Death Grip song. We need a new Death Grip album for me to react to on stream, man. It sounds like so whimsical, man. I love it. Like, instrumentation is so good, man. Like the whole like hint of horns in there, the strings that like plucky. It's almost, I think it's a banjo even. Beautiful composition, man. Got the bridge coming up now. Yep.
Twin bed where all will be forgiven in an instant. Hands in each other's hair. We are born.
Oh, apparently, so these background vocals are from Julian Baker and Lucy Dacus of also Boy Genius. So kind of a Boy Genius track if you think about it, right? Boom. Shout out though. Shout out Boy Genius.
So who cares?
The Record is the name of their album.
In the morning, you are not there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, I feel like, okay, I know the Scream is pretty iconic, but I feel like it does not fit here. That's maybe my one nitpick with the song. I kind of like it though, honestly. I don't know, dude. What do you guys think about the Scream there? Because I feel like one part of me is like, oh, it kind of stands out in not a good way, but I also kind of do like it because it stands out. But I don't know if it stands out in a good way or a bad way, I guess. Not the biggest fan of big grand production albums. I just find it a bit overwhelming and something you really can't half-ass. Oh yeah, I absolutely, I totally agree. Like, I think I much prefer when a song is very, like, when you don't have to do a lot with a song, but you still capture a perfect, like, little instrumental. But that's not to say that grand stuff like this is inherently bad. I just think it's a lot harder to nail. This, I would argue, though, isn't even that, like, grand and crazy, all considered. I mean, there's a decent amount of instrumentation, but it just kind of has, like, especially in the verses, it's still pretty, like, muted and pretty relatively quaint, right? So, I guess I just mean relatively for, like, Phoebe Bridgers standards, I guess. But, I don't know. I feel like the chorus, like, it blossoms into a really good thing here. Yeah, I do kind of agree with you about the Scream. The ending needed something, but unsure it was that, but don't hate it either. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at with it. But, you know, does not take away from this excellent song. Let's run the final chorus, though, and get to the new stuff. Ooh. Like, you can't tell me you hear this chorus and you don't want to sing along. Like, this is going to be a session of a lot of glaze. This is going to be a glazing stream. Just be ready, gang. And the fade out. I'm honestly not a huge fan of fade outs, but I feel like this song does earn it. Dude, I feel like this is also going to be a huge theme of this reaction where it's going to be like, I usually don't like this, but when Phoebe Bridgers does it, I do like this. Which, I don't want it to come off like I have some, like, insane bias for Phoebe Bridgers, right? I mean, I do, but, like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I think Phoebe Bridgers is an artist, though, that is good at doing stuff that I don't normally like. And is an exception to a lot of my quote-unquote, like, rules and you know, preferences when it comes to music. Which just goes to show that music is, no matter what people say, it is inherently just subjective. The enjoyment of music. I can have all these things that I hate 99% of the time, and then one artist can do it, and where I'm like, you know what? I think it works here. Let me just check. I'm also trying to check if I put Lost Boys on my favorite. I did not. Okay, hold up. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. I gotta add Lost Boys to my best and worst songs of 2026 section. There we go. Guess you'll never guess which list it's gonna be in, best or worst. You would never guess based on my reaction. But yeah, a great song, awesome single, made me even more hyped for the album. And now we've got 14 more tracks of new stuff that we have not heard. Starting with a very funny, or not funny, but like what kind of funny. I mean, plays into the kind of like dark comedy, dark humor thing, I feel like. The track is just called Kill Me. Track number 3. Also, I think the longest on the album, about 5 minutes. Yeah, that's correct, longest on the album. Second highest rated, too. I'm really scared. I'm gonna cry, man. This is gonna be bad. Fuck, bro. Okay, I just read the production credits, too. Also, should say, Outside and I think Lost Boys as well. Jack Antonoff production on there. Don't like his stuff with Taylor Swift at all. Why does he have to cook with Phoebe Bridgers? I don't understand. Why can't he cook like this with Taylor Swift? But this song, we got Phoebe Bridgers herself, Jack Antonoff, Alex fucking G, Tony Berg, Ethan Gruska. Shout out. One of my favorites from the record. Love this one heaps. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Just give it to me. I feel like Dabo. Or no, that was Jason the Ween, right? That OG clip where he's like, "Give it to me, Drake." I thought she said white boys getting married for a second, and then I was like, oh, Tom McDonald reference.
Turning 21, I'm not, but I was once certain. Always, now I know it's the ending.
Interesting callback to I Know the End, because I didn't mention it, but we heard in the Outside as well a line similar to this where all I know is the ending, right? But yeah, I mean, interesting how we're getting 2 references damn near back to back to this closer of Punisher. I mean, that is one of her like that is like the Punisher track, I feel like nowadays. I think it used to be Kyoto, but like nowadays, I Know the End, I feel like has really usurped it in terms of like legacy and influence. I still prefer Kyoto, but yeah, cool reference to a previous track.
This is gonna kill me. Wait.
Very subtle guitar performance here, but it's working. Getting the goosebumps. What is gonna kill Phoebe Bridgers, though? I guess we'll find out. Quieter parts of this track kind of remind me of Lizzie McAlpine. I could see that. Yeah. Looks like we're building somewhere a little bit. Oh, damn. Wow. Wow, dude. Oh my god, I loved that. I fucking... Dude, this is gonna be such glaze, but like, actually, the little drum roll into it, and then we just get this light, like, almost feathery percussion. What's the name of that? The little thing that you put on a snare where it makes it like a soft hit. It's like a brush almost. Is it just like a snare brush? You know what I'm talking about? Nah, it's just a regular snare, but...
Tastes like a flower with chemical petals. Bobby, you taught me that I know nothing.
Sorry, I paused right in the middle of the fucking. There's no good spots to pause in these songs, man. I swear. But yeah. So should mention this. I didn't clock it, but we also got track number 5 called Bobby. These referencing, of course, Bo Burnham, who I don't think they're still dating, right? They might be. I'm not fully sure, but yeah, Phoebe Bridgers and Bo Burnham famously were spotted together for a few years, I think, like kind of a little bit few years after the Inside special, like 2023, 2024. Here, let me look it up. Our vote. Okay, it does this is the fucking AI overview. No, you know what? Fuck the AI overview. Still together. 2026. Seems like yes, but it seems we cannot confirm given they are pretty private about their lives there, which absolutely fair, right? I'm going to assume that they still are. I mean, I guess maybe we'll find out in this album, right? There might be like a breakup song in here, but it like, you know, Bobby, you taught me that I know nothing. I mean, that could be a compliment, I guess, but it's also like, I guess saying like you taught me that like what love was. Like I knew nothing about love before I met you, which is very sweet, but let's get back to it. Actually, we'll run the little drum roll back.
This is gonna kill me. Wait.
Oh shit! Okay, hold up. Genius Annotations coming in clutch. Thank you, Genius Annotations. This is gonna kill me refers to potentially, so this story is she like met Bo Burnham while she was engaged to, I forget this guy's name. It was Paul Mescal, right? Am I correct with this? Here, I just saw it too in one of the annotations. Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. But yeah, Paul here, I'm just gonna I'm pulling it up, man. This album does deserve we're diving into the lore. Where we got it. Personal, like, here we go. Paul Mescal. I was right. Yes, yeah. So basically they got engaged, and then I guess that's really tough for Paulie, man. But this is an interesting concept to talk about, and it's kind of fucked, man. I kind of feel bad for Paul Mescal here, but like, dude, like falling for someone else while engaged is really tough. Let's see where it goes though, because this is gonna kill me. Like, I feel like that definitely recontextualizes it a lot. I say that we have a fucking instrumental bridge. God damn, alright, drums go off. And go up guitar. Wait, no way. No way. He's with Gracie Abrams now? Wait, are you serious? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait, I'm looking this up too. Dude, this is like becoming a fucking T stream. I like how the first thing that came up when I searched up Gracie Abrams Paul Mescal was Gracie Abrams Paul Mescal age gap. Oh my god, so they are damn! Okay, so that's what the comments are meant by the Phoebe Bridgers versus Gracie Abrams. Okay, so we literally, okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. We've got, dude, this is like fucking Lana Del Rey, Ethel Cain all over again, where it's like mother and daughter. Tamam should. Apparently that translates to "it is over" / "it is finished" in Persian. Maybe a Lost Boys reference as well, like going missing like the Lost Boys. Damn. Oh, and then we're just, damn. Wow, that was an interesting way of like of ending it, where it's just kind of like quieted, Jesus Christ. We're like no fade out or anything. So I got distracted because I'm looking at my stream and it says that I'm not live, but I'm fairly sure that I am live because there's chat messages happening. So I don't know what's happening, but I think we're good. Yeah, it's right fucking here. We're ending it, where it's just kind of like quieted, Jesus Christ. We're like, no. Yeah, okay, I don't know what, okay, whatever. We're live. YouTube's being weird. As usual, right, buds? Right? Why does it say there's, okay, whatever. I don't understand, but we should still be good. Honestly, thoughts on this song. Let me try to, because I feel like, I don't know, I didn't get a full proper experience that I wanted to out of it, but that's my fault because I was kind of distracting myself with like extraneous shit. But like, so this is probably the intro to maybe this overarching story of Phoebe's relationship with Bo Burnham and how that kind of changed her perspective on things, and potentially even some Paul Mescal disses. Although as far as I remember, they were like cordial and like still friends after the breakup, because they made music together, I'm fairly sure, and then they started dating, and then they like broke it off. I don't know these people's personal lives, but yeah, interesting to see there. And I really like this it's very innocuous, but I feel like this intro to the character of Bo Burnham in this album, which I'm assuming is going to be more like explored throughout it later, is very it's very quaint, but again, it really sets stuff up well. Like costume party when the veil was thinning, he kissed me hello already off the bat, like kind of representing, I don't think this actually happened, but I think it's more like, wow, when we first met, there was this intensity, there's this huge, like the love hormones going crazy, right? The oxytocin or whatever. And then I really like the line, he tastes like a flower with chemical petals. So apparently an allusion to David Foster Wallace's short story Forever Overhead, which is like, what the fuck? How did you find this shit, man? Oh my god, wait, what the there's no, listen how deep this shit goes. So, referencing the description of a smell of a man during a kiss, this is notable because in a 2018 Reddit Ask Me Anything thread, Bo Burnham called Forever Overhead one of his favorite pieces of writing ever, and it inspired his film 8th Grade. What the fuck? The lore actually runs so deep with this one. Alright, apologies in advance, y'all. I'm not catching all of the lore in this album. We are 38 minutes in and 3 fucking tracks done. So, I'm gonna do my best, but oh my god, there's a lot of lore apparently. But yeah, that was a really nice song. Probably, honestly, potentially my least favorite of the 3, but still really strong. Guitar stuff was really rocking. I love that breakdown too, where the drums really got more intense in that outro. And what it was talking about, this feels like a real, almost like another intro track where it's like setting up some additional themes that this album is going to play with. That's at least what I predict. That's the bear trap that I'm laying down, so to speak. But alright, let's get to track number 4 now. Governor's Waltz, or sorry, The Governor's Waltz. Dude, this monster's geeking me up, man. Earl Crewneck, you still here? How's the monster got you? Because I'm feeling quite geeked. All right, already, Phoebe Bridgers performed at the Governor's Ball. At that time, she was with Paul Mescal. That's what Genius Sanitation says again. But, okay, let's see where we're getting at that.
Hiding in the bathroom.
You're good? Okay, good to hear, good to hear.
Shelley Duvall.
All right, and then The Shining reference, Shelley Duvall, obviously, Wendy Torrance in The Shining.
Nosebleed. You were in my way, and you didn't remind me of anything. So let's see how long we can go without touching. Why don't you sing me to sleep? I know you never actually think about jumping, but do it for me.
God damn, that's a tough chorus. Not tough, but like, that's so sad, man. I mean, it's sweet in ways, but it's also really like, see how long we can go without touching, like, just really like selling that feeling of like being so madly in love with someone, it feels like, and then just so sweet. Why don't you sing me to sleep? Maybe even like we could reversing perspective here where the person is asking Phoebe to sing them to sleep. And then I know you never actually think about jumping, obviously, like, you know, the constant like kind of referencing what's it called, intrusive thoughts, like tall building, right? You get that thought, you're like, what if I just jumped off right now? But then saying that she has so much like power and pull over this person that she would be able to do it for them, but almost like spinning it as like a positive way. But like, man, they're really like, I feel like, I don't know, it's stuff like this where it makes me think, am I digging in too deep? Is it not really all that? But like, I feel like there really is like so much to chew on with these lyrics here. I mean, obviously it's Phoebe Bridgers, she's a phenomenal lyricist, but I don't know, maybe it's the Gracie Abrams reaction that like permanently like tricked my brain into thinking that I was just like, it was too deep. But I don't know, man. It's hard to quantify the quality of lyrics, I guess, because it's such a personal thing, and that's a topic for a whole other stream. I could really get into my thoughts on that, but yeah, very worded very well and powerful, and a very like soothing instrumental again. Really is able to craft so much like with such simple instrumentation mostly.
In a trench coat, living alone.
Some more glitchy textures there.
Happy to feel at home, dancing ourselves clean.
Wow, LCD sound system reference, huh?
Year's Eve,
Oh, wait a minute. You hear that? There's like a kick coming. What the fuck was that?
so let's see how long we can go.
Wait, what the fuck? Sorry, what was that there? Can we run this back real quick?
Late New Year's Eve.
You hear that like hit?
You deserve
Oh, it's like a little like party in the background. I see. That's really interesting. That was gonna turn to a house track for a second.
So let's see how long we can go without talking. Watch me pretending to sleep. I'm next to you, you're next to nothing. You promised that you'd never leave, but maybe you'll do it for me.
Oh, nice little chords there too. How we enjoying the album so far, chat? You guys like it? Cause I'm really fucking with this.
I can run without stopping, and she can pretend to be me.
Oh shit! Diss track. We got a diss track here, fellas. We got a diss track. How could she pretend to be me? Gracie Abrams reference. Wait. Okay, hold up. Via the Independent. 10 out of 10. I mean, I don't know if I'd go 10 out of 10, given we are 4 tracks in, but you're entitled to your opinion, my friend. Via the Independent. Let's read the shit. When she was 13, Gracie Abrams uploaded a cover of Waiting Room, by the way, goated song, by Phoebe Bridgers to SoundCloud. It was the first thing I ever posted to the internet, and it was so shitty, she laughs. It was literally just me recording into my computer speakers. In October last year, almost a decade later, Gracie Abrams opened for Phoebe Bridgers in Austin, Texas. The two musicians shared a bedazzled cowboy hat on stage. Oh. Well, I mean, seemingly they were pretty on good terms, but I guess it does say at the bottom, this is made much more ironic now that Gracie is dating Phoebe's ex, Paul Mescal. All right, you know what? Okay, let me not assume that there's actually any beef there, because that actually does recontextualize things. If they literally fucking toured together, and Gracie Abrams is a massive Phoebe Bridgers fan, I mean, it would be pretty. I don't know. I don't know these people's personal lives, right? But like, if that's how like Phoebe Bridgers like, she doesn't care that like she's kind of biting her sound, I feel like then none of us should either, right? Maybe it's just fans kind of over dramatizing shit, but I mean, maybe, who knows? What's going on, Telemachus official? Telemachus? Sorry, I completely forgot how to pronounce your name again. Also, Earl Crewneck, deadass, got nothing to say about this album. Honestly, kind of surprised. I feel like, I mean, just pure, you're feeling pure average, I'm assuming then? Like pure middle of the road? Sorry, I was just curious about that, your chat message there, because I could say, I mean, we've seen, we're 45 minutes in now and not even done with track 4. I've had a lot to say about this fucking album so far, man. That's a really sad line, too. Being myself wasn't easy. Do it for me. Oh, I also transitions well into the next track. Maybe this is a Gracie Abrams thing, because, like, here's the thing, right? Like, it goes from Governor's Waltz. The next track is Bobby. So maybe the idea is, like, oh, you know, have fun with that old ex of mine that I hate. Now I'm with this new partner that I really like, you know? The best revenge is a life well lived, or whatever. Something like that, potentially. Also, that song I actually thought was a little bit better than Kill Me. One of my favorites, it reminded me, I'm gonna make the comparison again, but it reminded me of like Over the Garden Wall almost, with some of the instrumental choices. Like the acoustic elements especially. But yeah, it was so like whimsical in moments and still so sad, man, but like really liked it. Have not listened to any of her stuff or ever looked at her, not a jab, just anything. Oh yeah, that's totally fair. I understand. So not a like a good frame of reference. I hope you're at least enjoying the project though, because I mean, if you could tell, I'm very much enjoying it myself. Dare I say, too much glaze. But all right, let's get to track 5 now. Bobby, damn it, Bobby. So that was an awful Hank Hill impression. Okay, some like kind of electronic-y drums a little bit. Some synths. This is the fully... Whoa, I was gonna say it's gonna take like elements from the synth pop stuff Inside by Bo Burnham, but kind of went a very different place there immediately. Shout out Inside, by the way. What a time when that came out. That shit carried me through COVID. I literally thought I was Bo Burnham. This is gonna be a really cute love song, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, right off the bat, I saw you slow dancing alone in your room. He was in his room, alone, inside. Boom. Not bad, just feels like I'm not qualified enough to understand all her stuff. Got you. Hey, I mean, the beauty of music is there's not really anything you need to be qualified. You just gotta have ears that work, right? I know what you're saying, though. Need to rewatch Inside. It's such a cozy movie. I don't know if I would define it as cozy myself, because that movie makes me very sad. But it's a good special. It's a very good special, in fact. It really, if I ever like wanted to remind myself how awful I felt during COVID, that's always my go-to. What an explosion here of a sound, though, man. Almost like pretty drastic. That's a very funny line too, because but for those who don't know, Bo Burnham is 6'5". He's really fucking tall for some reason. And it's just like a fun little, like, I really like lines like that where it's just like quaint little, sorry, I keep saying the word quaint, but it's just this nice little microcosm of their relationship almost, where it's just like a fun little, hey, you remember when we first hung out and you had to bend down to get through the door because you're so tall? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just like a fun little microcosm of everything. Almost like a meet cute, but like, or what's a better word for it? Like a first memory with like a partner, where it's just like this fun little thing that you guys always talk about, and just, I don't know, it represents you guys well. But yeah, it's cute, it's enjoyable, and it fits the theme of like just this nice relationship song. Almost feels weird to have a Phoebe Bridgers song this happy, but I have a feeling it's gonna twist. Alright, well, I mean, I guess that's the twist, right? Another scream in there, too. Fits way better on this, like, synth pop shit, almost. Dude, that actually, that, like, it really does borrow some elements from, like, Bo Burnham's Inside special, like, and that's really sweet. I wonder if he actually had any, like, help with making this song. Apparently he does have writing credits on this album, so we'll see that, but I wasn't that bad during COVID, so we probably both had different views on it. Oh my lord. I mean, I'm glad, my friend, but man, COVID was not fun. I'll tell you what. Granted, I was also like, I was like 15, 16 when this was going on, so kind of like peak hormonal teenager, and then you can't go out for a fucking year and a half, right? So did not help my social skills or mental health very well. I feel like pretty common experience for other COVIDers. Five Nights at Freddy's reference, The Box. Yeah, I exist only if you're watching. There's that little, like, tinge of sadness. Oh, okay, some background vocals too. Doesn't sound like Bo Burnham, though. I'm curious who the background vocals are. But, damn. I mean, it's really, it's sweet, but it's also, again, with this could be the end thing. I wonder what she's referring to there. With all these references, I know the end. I mean, maybe the end, I mean, it says in the annotation, the end here is like a more, just like an emotional resolution, like the happy ending, almost, where it's like, this is my life now. I'm settled. I'm all good, right? But clearly a different version of the end in, like, Punisher, right? Got an interesting spoken word outro coming up, apparently. Damn, what a nice outro, too. Very, very, very nice little Rhodes piano or something there. Post-COVID hit me worse since I felt during lockdown everything was slow and I could do more stuff, but then suddenly everything felt rushed when it ended. Yeah, I understand that too. Getting back to school when COVID like properly, I mean not that it ended, but like when it got more safe too was such a weird fucking feeling. Just seeing people like that you haven't seen in like 2 years and they look completely different. I mean, I was one of them. I had short hair pre-COVID. That's when I first grew it out. And everyone was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" But goddamn, yeah. Don't take me back, man. It's been 6 years and it feels like a fucking dream. More like a nightmare, like a fever dream. But yeah, Bobby, that was a really sweet song. Like that one again. I mean, we were absolutely 5 for 5. Goddamn. Absolutely the most positive for sure. And honestly, I do think something is lost a little bit when Phoebe Bridgers does talk about almost an exclusively happy subject matter in her songs, because she's just so good at conveying negative emotions in like a really captivating way with her lyrics. So it's almost like punching down. But even here, I feel like there was some really nice and still some depressing stuff in here, but it fit the theme of like just being so in love and happy with this person. It's really sweet, you know? Again, I don't know these people, but it seems like from everything on the outside that they're a really nice, good, well fit couple. And, you know, they bring each other happiness, which is all you could really ask for people, right? But, yeah, I'm also seeing, so Bo Burnham, I almost just called him Bobby myself, but Bo Burnham co-wrote 7 of these songs on Lost Weekend, which is pretty nuts. I'm curious which ones he had some work on. Also, apparently Liberty Tree is where, like, the kind of Bo Burnham reference stuff is going to come back, so we're getting a little stretch of, less Bo Burnham focused stuff, I'm guessing. But, yeah, great song, 5 for 5. Another really strong one. Let's get to the title track number 6, Lost Weekend.
Back when no one could tell us apart, and I turned down the music to Parallel Park.
Real as fuck. Parallel parking's hard.
For no one on top of the world. I talk in my sleep and you kiss like a girl.
Wait, no fucking way. We were playing For No One on top of the world, right? For No One, Beatles, Paul McCartney, portrayed by Paul Mescal in the Beatles biopic. There's no fucking way, right? Like, this is the shit where I'm like, am I crazy? This is taking me back to Kendrick versus Drake, where every single line Kendrick said, we were all like, what did he mean by that? No, he meant to say Haley Joel Osment. He meant to say it. It's a triple entendre.
When the van broke down in the heat wave, you took off your pants on the side of the freeway.
Okay.
I had the thought you would outlive me. I loved you and you couldn't forgive me for that.
Is this about like a sibling potentially? I mean, because the back when no one could tell us apart. Does she have like a twin? Maybe it's not that on the nose, but y'all can see the caffeine's got me geeked now, right? Like I'm fucking like.
I think I know why you've been blowing me off. I've been using my friends and losing the plot, surviving my gift until I get shot. I'm supposed to.
Beatles reference again with John Lennon getting fucking shot, potentially. I do like that line a lot though, with like kind of just being like, I have this gift, I'm now this famous person. Now I just have to wait until I get assassinated. Very grim, but, you know, there's some realistic ideas to that.
Married, but I called it off.
Paul Mescal?
I've been known to throw a tantrum when things are not the way I imagine them.
Alright, sorry, can I yap again? I'm gonna yap again, but, like, it makes me think about, like, what must it be like to be a person who dated, like, a celebrity, or specifically a musician that writes about their love life? Like, I always think about that, like, with the exes of, like, Olivia Rodrigo or Taylor Swift. Like, what do they feel like when a new O-Rod album drops and they're like, damn, half of this shit is probably about me? Like, do they even listen to it? Would you even listen to it? I don't know, dude. Like, if I had an ex that became a famous musician and then they released an album and a majority of their, like, lyricism was about our relationship, I'd feel uncomfortable about that, right? But I guess, like, in this scenario, they're also a famous person. I don't know. The dynamics of that are very, strange and like the morality behind it. I feel like there's an interesting conversation to be had there.
Restoring the natural order, learning the same lesson over and over again.
Definitely the slowest and least dynamic instrumentally, though, I will say. It's got a glow in the dark line. It's pretty sweet.
We'll make it through. You know me, and I'll never forgive you for that.
Damn it, Bobby. Sorry. Oh, damn. Okay, so it's just gonna be all instrumental from here. Let's see what we get. Okay. A. Yeah. A. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I think the relationship was public and they made an album mostly about you and Ruby and you that could fuck up your rep in a way. Yeah, I mean, like, here, sorry, let me, I'm, like, I don't know, because, like, I feel like, though, if they're telling the truth about your relationship, then, like, it's so messy, because it's like, oh, maybe what if one person, like, cheated, right, and they're a famous celebrity, and then that person makes an album about them cheating, and then they lose their, like, rep, right? But, like, I don't know. There's really a lot to get into that, I feel like, right? It's very, I think it's a very case-by-case basis, right? Like, I'm thinking now about, though, like, what if, like, there was a couple that was dating, and, like, they break up, and then an album drops, and then that album, like, they reveal that they're, like a pedo or something. Like, wouldn't that would be fucking nuts, man. Or, like, oh my, I mean, I guess that kind of happened with Sinner Get Ready, if you think about it, right? With Lingua Ignota. I don't think it was pedo shit, right? But I think it was definitely, like, some like, sexual violence that, I don't know if it was revealed through the album, or if, like, the album just kind of confirmed certain allegations with the daughter singer. But, yeah, that shit was pretty nuts. This is a really nice outro, though. This song very much needed it. Almost sounds like I'm thinking about it, drums, for a second. Nice. I wanted to read this as well from the annotations. So the title of Lost Weekend, which I was curious about, made me think of, like, maybe, you know, kind of like a weekend bender, or like kind of like a weekend that lasts way longer than an actual weekend. But apparently a reference to the 1944 novel of the same name. Several media projects have been used that title. It was also turned into an award-winning movie. Also used by John Lennon, again, Beatles reference, to describe his 18-month separation from Yoko Ono. So yeah, a lot of Beatles stuff in here. Dare I say even maybe some Beatles influence, maybe with some of the sound. Not yet, I mean, not that any of this really sounds like the Beatles, but potentially we could see something like that. But yeah, I wonder how much of that is about the Beatles specifically, versus how much about that is about the Beatles, but really about Paul Mescal because he's playing one of the Beatles, you know? Oh, sorry, I did not mean to start that next song. But, yeah, that's probably the first one I won't like. Actually, I probably still will like it. I really like the outro. And lyrically, I think it did enough to really relatively carry the much less dynamic production. But this is definitely one where I definitely could see myself falling into the, like, oh, it's a little slow and plotty, kind of does not do enough to keep me interested, even though the lyricism is really still strong. So yeah, least favorite so far. Still a pretty good track, though, I would say. Let's get to track number 7 now. Haunted. Chiyoko on my Ono. Sorry. That doesn't even make fucking sense, dude. Bro, this is like some Steven Universe shit. This reminds me of like Giant Woman or something. Just a ukulele. Right, that's a ukulele, I think. Aw, it's sad. Yo, shout out ibuprofen, man. I'm gonna yap again, but damn. Like, I don't know if all of y'all relate to this at all, but I was someone who just never took Advil or like ibuprofen or anything like that. And I was just like, I don't need it. I'll just tank it. And then I had a really bad headache, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just see what this does. And I was like, whoa, how is this shit legal, bro? Like, it's kind of fucked up, man. I do have an addictive personality, though, so I mean, like, not surprising. But it is funny. Advil doesn't actually, like, do, like, anything like that. But I'm just not taking it at all and then taking it for the first time and being like, what the fuck? I felt like I was on Fent, man. I say this while being geeked off the caffeine, too, funny enough. Another scream. Oh, yeah, and I just clocked that this is, like, right, this is Phoebe, like, going across the countries, like, across the ocean, probably, to see a friend from another continent. I'm off to see an old friend, I'm waving from the plane, I see the sky in the ocean, a couple ibuprofen, implying that it's a long plane trip, yeah. So, I mean, I feel like getting into verse 2 now, we're gonna be with this friend. Let's see. Relatively happy topic theme. I mean, sure, but that's technically lying by omission, that second option. Don't mention across the sea after. Fuck, you're right, bro. I didn't even catch that. On all these Japanese girls. I'll say too, I feel like a little bit of a switch up in sound, like kind of like a bluegrass thing almost, with some of this, you know, chugging guitars. I don't know though. I feel like this one has some pretty relatively weak production again. I don't really think it's all that strong. Although this bridge was really, really pleasant. And lyrically, I'm not. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not following this one as well. I do like the title, Haunted, kind of referencing like her ghost or like skeleton costume motif thing, even like zombie metaphors and stuff, right? I like that as like a capper on Phoebe Bridgers, like as a musician, but like, I don't know, I feel like a little less clear, because I thought, you know, we were talking about the trip at first, right, the cross the ocean, then the second verse, like, kind of not really getting more into it with more like out of place stuff, and then I'm putting on my makeup where they're lighting the stage up just like candles on a cake. If you're gonna make a wish, be specific, you're gonna have to live it every day. Maybe like a wish of being a musician, kind of like that. Let's see. We get a last chorus here that changes off again. I wonder if that was more just kind of like an insular like song about her music and her like career, potentially. Probably my least favorite though, up there with Lost Weekend. Not bad though, not bad at all, I should say. Not really much to say about that one though. Like not, you know, didn't have the best instrumentation in my opinion. Or at least felt relatively, sorry that my phone just went off. Relatively unremarkable compared to the other stuff here. But you know, again, not bad at all. Feels like I could get into that one with a few more listens. How's the album so far? Ayo, shout out the Punish single art as your profile picture. Shout out. Incredible. I don't want to spoil any scores too early, but this could potentially, we could potentially be seeing some new records here for the Mushrooms live stream channel, you know? If this album keeps up the quality that it's at. But, yeah, I mean, I am absolutely loving this so far. Even with these last few tracks being relatively weaker. Haunted is way more country than I expected. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, almost like a bluegrass Americana stuff. I didn't hate it, though, really. Because I feel like that older country sound is what it's kind of pivoting to, which is way cleaner than, like, the modern trap country shit that we have. You know? Also, isn't it crazy that this album came out, like, a day after fucking Tyga AI slop, bruh? Like, this album really is giving me hope that, like, music is not dead after fucking Rubbers and Tyga AI slop shit. All that, like, fuck, man. Makes me mad that that stuff exists, but it's okay. It's actually not okay, but this music makes me feel better, is my point. Getting to track number 8 now, I see we literally have 5 lines in this song, but I'm assuming it's going to be an instrumental, very beautiful little thing, so we'll let it run. Panorama. Off the bat, reminds me a little bit of, oh my god, what are they? Men I Trust. I don't know why I forgot that. Their 2 newest albums kind of played a little bit with a similar sound. Reminds me of, oh my god, what's it called? Fuck. It's on their first album. Here, wait, I'm looking this up. I'm so sorry. I get distracted so easily. I feel like, though, at this point, though, low-key, if y'all are coming to the stream, I think you guys know this. This is, we do a lot of side pivoting. We get distracted very often. Reminds me of Mount Rainier in Washington. Ooh, that's a beautiful comparison. I like that a lot. Oh my god. Paul's theme. Wait a minute. Paul's theme. Paul Mescal? Bro, it's all fucking connected. What the fuck, bro? Do we have like an oboe in there for a second? Don't mind me, I'm just vibing, man. Again with the drum roll too. Sorry, my boy just sent me something crazy. Don't know how to feel about this long instrumental intro. I mean, it was very nice sounding. I guess this is some more of an interlude kind of track, though, so I get it.
A panorama, hotel room.
Getting, like, the little vocoded stuff again.
I chose this number for the view. Bags exploded all over the floor, and someone's at the door.
Ooh, that little bass. Not little, actually. That's quite a fat bass. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid interlude there. Instrumentally was really a lot stronger than Panorama, in my opinion. Or, excuse me, than Haunted. Panorama was the song we just finished. But yeah, I mean, not much, of course, lyrically. Definitely fit more in the, like, interlude conversation. But, you know, as judging it as that, it was pretty strong. I liked it a lot. Instrumental might have gotten a little bit too long, though. Maybe. That's gonna take a few more listens, though. Be Warned Still Standing is by far the saddest song on the album, IMO. Oh, God, okay. I was pretty afraid of Liberty Tree after this, but if this one is also fucking sad, I'm worried, man. Whew. The waterworks are gonna come. We are, though, halfway through. I made better progress, though. We're about an hour 15 in. How are you guys feeling about the album now that we've reached the halfway point? Actually, wait, no, I'm stupid. There's 14 tracks. Wait, what? No, there is 16. No, never mind. We are halfway. A little bit more because these next few tracks, some of them are interludes, some of them are a little bit shorter, but yeah. I mean, thoughts on the album? Anyone in chat? Please let me know because like I said, I'm really absolutely loving this so far. Let's get to track number 9 though. Still Standing. Shout out to Billy Joel for that one. Don't you know I'm still standing? That's my son. I can only think of the gorilla when he plays that song from Sing.
Just to be thrown in the street when you're dressed like a girl.
Uh-oh.
An angel in the snow.
Fuck, bro. She's referencing Elliott Smith. It's over. It's over. It's so over. It's so over. You were right. Suscape, you were so right. This is gonna be the saddest on the album. Elliott Smith reference. It's over, dog. R.I.P. Elliott Smith, man.
Accident prone. You left
You're right about this too. It is very spacey so far.
by the bed.
I'm really liking it though. It's very
Like you
soothing.
needed to know you could go whenever you wanted.
Like it. This is gonna sound mean, but like, is this genuinely what Gracie Abrams fans feel when they listen to her music? Because that's really funny if that's the case.
And I'm out on my feet.
And we got this classic guitar in here. Ooh.
At the top of the stairs.
I mean, since the Elliott Smith reference, I feel like we are getting really like Elliott Smith coded stuff here. And again, that's going to be absolutely devastating if she takes influence from Elliott Smith because he's made some of the saddest music of all time.
Turning red, pound for pound in a prom dress. You try to make me afraid. We were both shining, feeling indifferent, wearing black. Sometimes I want you back, but not today.
Yo, dude, this is fucked, man. This is fucked. because it's talking about, it starts at first talking about being born, right? And then it kind of talks about like societal pressures or whatever, sexism related to being a woman, with just to be thrown in the street when you're dressed like a girl, angel in the snow, accident prone, kind of like saying almost that you're destined as like a woman to kind of have this awful stuff befall you, which is very sad. But even this chorus here, I'm still standing at the top of the stairs, turning red, pound for pound in a prom dress. We take it to like the teen years, you know, and like the pressure about that for women. We were both shot. You try to make me afraid, referencing her father, I think. Yeah, feeling indifferent, wearing black. Pivots to the funeral, going from turning red to wearing black. Sometimes I want you back, but not today. Jesus, man. Yeah, songs about her dad's funeral. Brutal stuff. Brutal stuff. And especially contextualizing it with some of the more conflicting moments and, you know, aggressive moments they had with each other, but still saying, like, you know, the relationship is complicated. Holy, this one's gonna be, I mean, it is devastating. And I know we're pivoting to Bo Burnham again with Liberty Tree next, which is gonna be so, oh man. My feelings! My feelings! Sorry. Caffeine, man.
I found her bleeding over the sink.
Jesus Christ, man. Her mom?
But when you said sorry, you were looking at me. I can't remember.
I mean, even that line, too, like, when you said you were sorry, you were looking at me, almost like saying, like, this action, I'm assuming, like, like, physically abusing Phoebe's mom, like, apologizing to Phoebe. One, though, it does imply, like, he understands that how this behavior would affect her growing up, right? But also, it implies that, like, he's not really sorry to the person he actually, or he's not, in his mind, he's not, maybe seeing his daughter in that moment is, like, what made him snap out of it almost. Like, damn. Yeah, holy shit, indeed. Like, I literally just fucking spit on my keyboard. That's how sad I am. No, that was a complete accident and kind of nasty. I apologize.
But I didn't mean it. I wasn't too young to understand.
I can't remember what I said, but I didn't mean it. Like, bro! Fuck, man.
I just didn't think it was so bad. And it wasn't in a way. And now there's nothing. You're back to the ocean.
Again, a reference to the ocean.
I can't imagine you dead. But you are every day. Thank you for everything.
Liberty Tree is pretty happy for a Fever song. Okay, that's good. Wow, and this just, what an outro too. Perfectly solemn for the topic. I mean, God, like, what do I even say, man? That's so sad. I don't know if we're ever gonna get mushrooms actually breaking and the waterworks happening on stream. That's gonna be tough, unless it's a song I already like love. But we actually got pretty damn close there. Like, that is some of the most devastating subject matter. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like, especially like the complex feelings, like your relationship with your parents, right? And the feelings of like this song specifically, right? Where it's like having a problematic, abusive father, but also still feeling those like complex kind of mixed feelings about their death, because at the end of the day, you may despise them, even like you may think all of the stuff that they're doing is horrible, but you still have that, like, man, I wish you were still here. I wish things could have been better. It reminds me, I'm I'm gonna be corny again and do the BoJack reference, but it definitely reminds me of that episode Free Churro, where he's doing the eulogy, like the funeral speech, and he talks about all of his conflicting feelings about his mother, even though his mother was like, you know, a pretty big piece of shit. Like, it's still his mom, and he still has like these negative feelings. In the same way, Phoebe, I'm sure her dad seemingly being a piece of shit, doing all this horrible abusive stuff to her and her mom, she still feels like this, man, I wish, like, I'm sad you're gone because now I know things will never be better with you, you know? Just absolutely devastating. And yeah, production was perfect behind it. Singing performance, gorgeous. Just enough like swells and flows to the pace of this song, and ghostly outro too with those vocals. Oh my god, that was perfect. That was let's get on to track number 10 now though. Interesting. But yeah, we are getting to a nice happier little thing. Definitely felt that way about my father. He's still alive, but feels like he's dead because I've just had to cut him out of my life. Sorry to hear that, Slowscape. I hope you're in a good place though. And I hope that song at least was a little, I mean, you warned me about how devastating it was gonna be. I can only imagine it affected you pretty bad too. And I think that is what really is like, not to get too deep, but like I think is truly my favorite part of music as an art form. How people are able to so effortlessly relate and make you feel certain feelings. Like there's that famous quote where it's like, I'm gonna butcher it, but the ending is music makes you feel thoughts, right? It's like something makes you think thoughts, these make you feel feelings, music makes you feel thoughts. It's just a beautiful art form that, you know, it has such a unique ability to really affect the listener, right? Damn, we should have known this was gonna be a deep one, man. It's fucking Phoebe Bridgers. See what you mean though by it being much happier. Yeah, music is therapy. Amen. Inshallah. Sorry, I keep saying inshallah recently. So this one, Liberty Tree Mall, is a mall in Massachusetts where Bo Burnham grew up. So this is them just on a nice little Liberty Tree Mall date, and, you know, talking about doing all this childish stuff. Yeah, we're not getting any younger, but how can we be sure? This is a great pick-me-up after that last song, man. I'm just gonna enjoy the happiness. I'm afraid, though, you said never going back, and we're gonna get back to the depressing shit very quickly, so we gotta appreciate this while it's here. Also, I might have to pee in a little bit, so just be ready for the pee break, gang. Sorry, not to... I pausing at the worst times. I'm so sorry. But I'm interested about this falling in love that night after our fight, and the past is looking brighter all the time. But she means it in like a more positive way. Because like saying the past is looking brighter almost implies like you're like looking back through rose-colored glasses saying like, oh man, back in these days, but things aren't as good now. But I don't know. It feels a little out of place, but I feel like maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Also, when I said I have to pee in a little bit, I vastly underestimated how quickly that would be. So I'm actually going to go take a leak real quick, and I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. We back. I think it's natural when you're in a relationship to kind of have that first falling in love phase where everything's happy and it's normal to kind of settle down a bit. Don't think looking back on that is necessarily a bad thing, more of just a we can still be like that even now sort of thing, which is really sweet. Yeah, I see what you mean, actually. I think that is probably the angle. And yeah, you're absolutely right with, like, you know, the idea of the honeymoon phase. So yeah, the past is looking brighter all the time, kind of saying, like, we can still do that, even though things are different. Yeah, I think that makes more sense, for sure. I like that interpretation a lot, too. Thank you. All right, let's get back into it, though. Yo, this fucking, like, flute in here is crazy. Alex G, additional production, hey! Damn, that's really sad, though. Just earnestly asking your partner to not die before you is, I mean, it kind of is weirdly, like, it is childish in a way, though, too, which it helps with the themes, like, because that is a very childish thing to be like, oh, I hope you never die, like, because we, you know, being an adult, you realize, you know, we're all gonna fucking die, right? We're all mortal, not, like, death comes for us all eventually, not to be too dark, but, you know, like, I think part of becoming an adult is kind of accepting that and, you know, accepting immortality. So this kind of just being earnestly to your partner, just being like, please don't die, it's childish, but it's really sweet and it fits and it's still so sad, you know? A very, very nice little ending to this lyrical performance, because we just have like an outro coming up next. Another great song, man. What can I say? We're like fucking 8 for 10, 9 for 10. Oh my, bro, fucking Bound to, or actually Wolves, it sounds more like, not Bound to. Right? Beat up. Forget out. This is literally just Wolves. It's okay, though. Soon enough, I'll never have to reference Kanye in my musical listening experience again. That day can't come soon enough, man. This part of the melody of Graceland too. Oh shit, yeah, I saw that in the oh yeah, this is the outro. This is the whistle's the melody. Cool. I like that. Graceland 2 is off, right? It's off fucking Stranger of the Alps, I believe. Unless I'm mistaken. I mean, I just listened to Punisher, so let me check. Never. This one's apparently pretty sad. Lost, or Never Going Back. It's not even 2 minutes, though, is the thing. Motion State Funeral on Scott Street. Am I stupid? Wait, hold up. Graceland 2. No, it is on Punisher. Wait. Oh no, it's the second to last track. I'm so stupid. You're right. I just listened to that song today. Why did that not click? I swear to God, I just listened to that song today. I swear to God, I just listened to that song today. I literally what? I can't show it, but it's in my liked songs right now because I remembered it and I was like, man, this is a really good song. I'm so fucking stupid. Oh my God. All this practice and like preliminary research for nothing, man. All right, anyways. Never Going Back. Let's see. Isn't sad to the end, you'll see. All right.
Never going back again. The way it used to be is not the way that it is. Never going back again. The way it used to be is not the way that it is. Never going back again. The way it used to be is not the way that it is. Never going back again. The way it used to be is not the way that it is. Never going back again. The way it used to be.
All right, so not to spoil too much, but this is the entirety of the song, essentially, besides the outro, which we'll get to. I did I do see why it's gonna get sad. I'm not gonna say anything though till we get to it. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna repeat a line over and over again, it's best for it to be a very strong one like this. It is simple, but you know, it positive and negative context. Never going back again to the way it used to be. It's not the way it is anymore, right? The way it used to be, or were, you know, there were some bad things, but there's also some good things, right? Like obviously all of these references in the album, like Phoebe's father passing away. You know, it's been 6 years since her last album. Bo Burnham, you know, like it's a bunch of changes in her life. Some good, some bad. It's just things are different now is the overall idea, which I like, you know? This song reminds me of Pine Grove, oddly. This is a fair comparison. I could see that a little bit. Need to listen to more Pine Grove stuff, man. I listened to their one song "Need To" is like all on the Instagram reels, and I was like, wow, it's really good. Shout out to everything so far. 2015 album.
Hey, Phoebe. Just had.
Yeah, so I mean, I did see that, but we're gonna get a fucking spoken word outro from Phoebe's late father. So, prepare the waterworks, gang. Let's see what we got here.
Busy. Being a rock star takes up a lot of your time, I imagine. You're everywhere, dude. Anyway, give me a call if you get a chance. Love you.
Damn. You know, adding a layer, like a shade of complexity to this character, right? Because obviously, like, sure, he did do, I think, unforgivable things from what Phoebe describes with, like, the abuse of her and her mom. But I think also, you know, seems like a deeply complicated person with, you know, there was a lot of genuine love there, right? Which makes the passing all the sadder. I see what you mean, yeah, where it kind of recontextualizes the previous track too, especially. Damn, very sad one. Not too replayable in my opinion. It's pretty short, you know, kind of just the same thing, and production felt very, like, you know, not crazy, but it definitely has its place in the album, and I think it's more so for recontextualizing the previous tracks and making those previous tracks even sadder. But you know, I liked it a lot as a little interlude thing. But all right, let's get to track number 12, Other Plans. Making it almost to the end now. I mean, not too long to go.
I remember the day I created the world.
Did not realize Phoebe was literally God and created the world. Or maybe she's saying she was literally the Big Bang.
I got blood on my favorite shirt.
Oh, I see. Classic. All right, that's a very classic Phoebe Bridgersism in there, like a Bridgerism, if you would, a Phoebism, where it's like, you know, kind of this maximalist grand proclamation followed by a kind of self-deprecating line to kind of reel yourself back in. I think she's saying, right, it's a period reference, and then saying, you know, getting your period, you know, being able to create life, I guess, right? All right, fair enough, fair enough.
You were shaking like a final girl.
Another very classic Phoebe Bridgers lines.
That night I had a dream that I was sleeping.
I had a dream where I was sleeping. Interesting.
I should not have driven home. I was gonna show you colors you had never seen. And leave you alone. But our love.
Yeah, the horror movie reference I'm always here for them. Sorry, I'm stuttering again. Holy shit. A very sad palette, but ultimately like a pretty happy lyrical theme, right? I mean, you know, not too happy, but like, you know, kind of just talking about like, I originally thought it was going to be a more casual thing, but you know, our love had other plans. We ended up falling in love and making this more long term, which I mean, that, you know, that's scary, but it's ultimately a good thing, I think. Oh, and that's actually it for lyrics. Pretty short song, but man. Least favorite song in the album, TBH? I disagree. I think this one's actually pretty, for what it does, I think it's pretty sweet. Wish it was a little longer, but I think that was still a pretty strong one. Good lyrical content, if a bit short, you know? I mean, there was a lot to dig into, I felt like, even just from the one verse. But, yeah. Strong one again. I mean, we got 4 tracks left. I'm assuming these are all going to be at least pretty fucking good. So, I mean, let's just close it out, man. Lost Parade, track number 13, 55 seconds. So we'll just let it run into track number 14. I can't wait. Ugh. This is the only song, by the way, that has less than an 80. And it's 79. That's a crazy stat, man. Any lines? Let's see. Nah, just instrumental. Pretty quick, but that was a really nice little instrumental there. Fun interlude, yeah. Oh my god, it sounded for a second, sound like the piece by Underscores. Eh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, eh, eh, ooh, ah, ah. You know? Maybe I'm just crazy. Alright, anyways, I can't wait. Let's get back into it.
Baby, baby, if you leave me, can you take me with you? I can sit in the backseat.
Backseat girl, Jane Remover.
When the night is quiet, I'll turn all the lights on, like the end of the movie. I can't wait, but I'm waiting. I'm still
Waiting room reference, potentially? Maybe. I mean, nah, probably not. But, I mean, I do like I can't wait, but I'm waiting. Simple, but, you know, I get what she means, right? Also, just reminded me of Waiting Room. What a song that is. If you oh, man. That first line always gets me in that song. If you were a waiting room, I never see a doctor. I would sit there with my first aid kit and bleed. Actually, is that the first? I don't know. Is that the opening line or is that the second opening line? I think that's the first line, right? No. Oh, the first one's if you were a teacher. Yeah. If you were, and then it's the second. If you were a waiting room, I would never see a doctor. I would sit there with my first aid kit and bleed. Brutal. Oh! Sorry, I just saw on the Genius Annotation. We got motherfucking Cameron goddamn Winter doing vocals on this song. Fuck, bro. I'm not ready for this shit, man. Cameron the Goose Winter.
not so slowly getting older. California sober. I live by the water. Go dancing with my understudy. Could we?
Maybe another Gracie Abrams reference, potentially, although a more positive one. Kind of talking about, you know, she doesn't actually have an understudy, I'm guessing, but, like, Dancing with My Understudy could be anybody making an offer, kind of recognizing her place in like the music world with being, you know, a slightly older artist. I mean, not that old. She's 31, I believe, but like, you know, not in like the new artist phase of her career. Now she's kind of the blueprint for other new artists, case in point, Gracie Abrams.
Anybody make me an offer? I'm not good, but
Here he comes, Cameron the Goose Winner. Come on, baby. Bring us home.
but whatever. It's now or never.
Shout out to Harmonicon in this album too, man. Doing some heavy lifting. Another one of the more like a little country Americana kind of sound to me. But I feel like this one does it a lot better than, what was it? Panorama? No, Haunted. Yep, there he is! That's my go!
Hide, Jekyll, hide, finally together. You could change your mind, but you can't change mine. Hide, Jekyll, hide.
Also, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Wait, is it? There's no fucking way Connor Oberst is the harmonica. That would be insane. I know he did work on this album. Connor Oberst, of course, of Bright Eyes fame. But I want to see if I can find that anywhere. Right, engineer. Oh my god, you're fucking right. Harmonica, Connor Oberst. Dude, we've got the fucking, like, Sad Boy Avengers on this shit, bro. What the fuck is going on? We just need... I mean, Elliott Smith is dead, unfortunately, but... We got Connor Oberst, Cameron Winner. Who else would we need for, like, the real Sad Boy Avengers? But, like, I mean, maybe throw Joji on there. I mean, I don't know if he's not really in the same league, in my opinion, but, like, oh my god. How do you get so many talented people on one song and like, man, I'm so jealous, bro. Like, actually, you're right though. Connor Oberst on harmonica. I'm assuming for the rest of this album he was too. Love some vocals from him though, man.
While you're still sleeping.
I'm sorry, not to pause so quick, but I just want to say that the vocals, the layering from Phoebe Bridgers and Cameron Winner was so beautiful. Absolutely love that little section. We need a Geese Phoebe Bridgers song now. Give me an album. Give me 2 albums. Give me 3 albums, bro. Give me 3 Geese Phoebe Bridgers albums. 3 hours each, please.
And the credits are rolling. I don't know why I'm crying.
As about probably favorite song on the first listen. Alright, I'm excited too. It's pretty long and essentially like the real closer. The last song's a reprise, but... And then it does, like, we don't even need this outro in the end, this beautiful, like, maximalist, like, explosive outro, and we get it anyways. That's what I'm talking about, man. Just putting in the extra work. Come on, bro. This is going on the best songs list again. We've got 5 fucking songs from this album on my best songs list, by the way. I have to pick one of these. Holy shit, man. What an album. What an experience. I hope y'all have enjoyed Streams of Art, because I was right. This has been one of my favorite reactions in a while. Oh, and then I didn't even realize. Oh my god. Again, with just the sudden stop. But, I mean, yeah, beautiful song. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even really process a lot of the lyrics because of just the, like, I saw Cameron Winner's name and I was like, oh, I went feral. But, you know, the Jekyll and Hyde thing is pretty interesting, right? Obviously, I mean, I'm guessing another horror reference too, which is pretty cool. But I'm wondering what it means in the context. I'm guessing just kind of like 2 separate sides of Phoebe Bridgers, right? Where it's like, you know, this negative aspect of herself and this positive aspect. And then, you know, I don't know. Maybe not too much lyrically, honestly, but the vocal performance, the inclusion of Cameron Winter, it like already you're gonna elevate shit like 3 points for me. I granted I am biased, right? But like, yeah, dude, come on, dude, that's all I can say with the song. This amazing, amazing, mwah. Let's get to the second last track though, and the last original track it seems, because obviously the last song is a reprise. We got As Above. Maybe potentially As Above, So Below reference in there. Another horror film.
Trying not to look down, making faces at a kid on the plane. Trying not to freak out about being a couple days late. Started.
Okay, again, referencing, right? It was the last. Wait, fuck, was it Lost Parade? No. It was the last track, right? That was talking about a little bit. Or fuck, maybe it was Other Planet. I don't know. Now I'm mixed. I'm getting so flustered now after Cameron Winter, man. What can I say? But no, like the reference to like periods, right? And then being a couple of days late, like worried about a possible pregnancy. So little connection there, I guess, with personal stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe there's a connection. I'm sure.
Watching a movie.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for pausing so quick, but I do remember PHOEBE Bridgers has gone on record to talk about having a pregnancy scare after post Roe v. Wade turning in 2022. So kind of talking about like the fear around that. Obviously, women not having the access to healthcare that they should have. But yeah, so understandable perspective to write about for sure.
In time, and it got to me. I don't know why. As above, so below.
Yep, I was right with the reference.
As above.
Very beautiful like way to wrap up this album's themes too, with this simple phrase, because it talks about, right, I don't fully get it, but essentially, right, it means that the like macro level of like universal things, like the passage of time, the phase of the moon, and like all of this like extra like out of reality stuff for us humans is a reflection of our micro interactions, right? Like how we interact with each other, our personal lives. I don't know how much I necessarily believe in that idea, but I like how it's talking about here too, with like talking about planes, going back in time with this movie, but also, mirroring it with like little kind of personal stuff, like being a few days late, worrying about being pregnant, even in previous tracks referencing like silly moments in her relationship. So it's a good way to like really merge all that together into this like idea, as above, so below. It's also just a beautiful little phrase.
So below. I thought about Air Force One flying over Omaha. I thought about.
Wait, oh my god. And then Bright Eyes, Connor Oberst, he's from Omaha, Nebraska. And then he also has that song, this is from the Genius Citation, shout out, Blue Angels Air Show, where he talks about the military planes. Dude, I'm loving the references to all the other artists, too. PHOEBE Bridgers clearly did her homework. Good shit, good shit. I mean, I know they made a lot of stuff together, right? So, it makes sense. Oh, damn, and her mom was in the hospital? Fuck, man. That's sad.
I don't wanna live forever, but I don't wanna die before I take you to Coney Island, screaming on the Wonder Wheel.
Yeah, even that too. I feel like now I don't want to live forever, but I don't want to die, right? Very grand macro things like our mortality. We're all going to die, but wanting to be immortal, right? And then flipping it into this little micro interaction where it's like, I take you to Coney Island. I want to go on the Wonder Wheel. As above, so below, baby.
You're gonna take me for granted, but I can't handle it. Whatever happens after.
Oh, we're gonna get the grand, I know the ending, aren't we? Yep. Yeah, Afraid of Heights as well, Boy Genius. This like intense vocal performance too, after all, like the more quiet, faint singing performances, man, what a contrast. Yeah, this I understand why this was chosen to be like the semi-closer. And then yeah, flipping it to As It Was, So It Goes. We go from the universe and me to like the past and the future, you know? And then she talks about it, right? In previous tracks with like mentioning how the past felt better, but we can still have them in the future. This album is so fucking lyrically dense and consistent. Like this is like rapper shit. Like good rapper shit. And it's so like, she's not a rapper. She doesn't like have all these triple entendres and shit, but like the way that things are worded and explained, it all connects with each other, and all these like little references to other stuff. It's so fucking sick, man. Like, who else is doing shit like this, man? I mean, that's a little crazy. I mean, there's other great lyricists, right, that make similar stuff, but like, man, this is so special. We are so back, chat. We needed this. We needed a 2026 album that was this good. And again, a beautiful outro, man. What can I say? I'm adding this to the vinyls I need to get collection as we speak. I think we just run into the reprise though, because I mean, I feel like I said pretty much everything I wanted to say. Phenomenal second to last track. I obviously not technically the closer, like I said, but like as a closer, right, quote unquote, kind of wrapping up the themes, I'm assuming. Man, it really is. That one's real special. Just the way it's contextualized, it's all within the as above, so below idea, and then it's flipped to as it was, so it goes. That ending section too, where the vocals, yeah, really intense. All right, just burped. And like almost screaming, obviously very much alluding to I Know the End with that insane explosive finish that song has. Yeah, it's tough because I feel like a lot of songs try to do this, or a lot of albums try to do this with this big grand closer, and not all of them stick the landing. Very few of them it feels undeserved, but here, I mean, great stuff. Top 5 are probably As Above, Kill Me, Still Standing, I Can't Wait, and The Governor's Waltz in no particular order. That's a great top 5. I think I would agree with a lot of those picks. Let's I'll get my favorites and least favorites though once we finish out this reprise.
He never made it a day in a shirt. He's not coming back as a bird.
Wait, what the fuck? He never made it a day as a shirt? Interesting. now we're gonna say I'm live. Okay, now we're gonna say that I'm live. Okay, sure, bud. Sure, bud. Sorry, my YouTube stream just apparently started reworking again, so that's awesome. All right, let's get to this actual lyrical page.
He's not coming back.
Maybe like a re.
He's not coming back.
Holy fuck! I'm so sorry.
But I still live by the things he taught me, like how to forgive when they're not sorry.
Oh, maybe a reference to her dad again, probably.
Trying to kill you. They just don't care if they kill you.
Damn, where are we going with this? Because I felt like we were talking about her relationship with her father again, and now we've pivoted to the government isn't trying to kill you, they just don't care if they kill you. Which, I mean, fuck. He never made it a day in a shirt. Yeah, no, what does that mean, though? Like, you just not be wearing a shirt? I am my old man's oldest son, yeah.
Come out of hiding, you won't have to know how to find me again. Now I can't see any stars in the sky. When a dream comes true, a fantasy dies.
Whoa, I really like this line too. Like, I can't see stars in the sky when a dream comes true, a fantasy dies. Almost like playing on this idea of like wishing on a star, but when that wish comes true, the star dies, you know? And stars die all the time, you know? We think about that. I think it means he did dirty work and stuff. Like, he sure always got dirty before the end of the day. Yeah, I could. You're probably right. I just thought that was kind of a funny first line to get into. Dad, I feel like dads, specifically of a European Italian descent, love not wearing shirts, you know?
We're gonna be alright. Me and you love me, and I won't ever let you forget. Not yet.
And that's our final line for the sound, man. What a way to wrap. Really strong reprise to an already strong song. Oh, and there it is. All right, that was a little awkward of an ending, but yeah, that's Lost Weekend by Phoebe Bridgers. Also, it's funny, The Cure just came up as the next song, but yeah, I mean, let's just go to Album of the Year real quick. Sorry, I don't know why it's on the wrong tab here. There we go. Yeah, what an album. Truly. I mean, I think, sorry, not to go back to full screen so fast. I was going to do my favorite tracks, but I want to like kind of summarize my thoughts here. Lyrically, probably, I mean, I think safely the strongest album that we've reacted to, at least in this regard. So much stuff to dig into. Tons of devastating lyrical moments, like emotionally. But it's not an overall like sad, miserable experience, because there's even pockets of happiness here with you know, Phoebe Bridgers talking about a relationship with Bo Burnham, right? And then, you know, a lot of similar themes across these tracks, right? Repeated motifs like her father's death, her relationship, just kind of general like self things that we're focusing on. But I felt like for an album as relatively long as it is too, it really stuck the landing with having each song feel like having a relatively different perspective that we're talking about here. And sound-wise, it felt like never was really a moment where it got all that slow and boring. This, honestly, it's tough to say, but this could be a better album than Punisher for me. Genuinely, because I love Punisher. I do think it's the slightest bit not overrated, because it is a great piece of work, but I don't think it's like a 10 like a lot of people do, right? But, man, I mean, even the production too was a major step up in my opinion. Like I was so happy I was correct about my assessment that a lot of moments here. They were still intimate for sure, but they felt a lot grander and more full with some like even better production than the more, you know, slightly amateurish stuff on Punisher, right? And not that amateurish means bad. It just had very different sound to it, but still that, you know, iconic Phoebe Bridgers like melancholy baked into the production. I mean, also the collaborators on this project, Jack Antonoff was in top form here. I mean, Cameron Winter on that song, Connor Oberst across a lot of it, even Bo Burnham with writing credits. I know it's pretty funny considering they are dating, but like Bo Burnham is genuinely a talented writer. And I mean, I think he's a very funny guy. I think I don't know what specific stuff he did work on here, but I can only imagine that his pen also helped with some of these like slightly cathartic moments with in the lyricism, right? But yeah, it was just really firing on all cylinders here. Can't think of many bad things to say this album, if at all. This is a pretty solid 9 for me, I think. You know, I think this is definitely the strongest album we've reacted to so far. And yeah, I'm pretty confident to say so far, I'm gonna say album of the year, man. I think this is album of the year. Just, man, what an experience. So happy I got my first reaction to this on stream too. Like, this is a special one for sure. I hope you guys were able to feel that energy too with my reaction. And yeah, I hope you guys like this album as well. Let's go to favorite and least favorite tracks now. Favorites. Whoo boy. Okay. The Outside. Lost Boys. We're gonna... Alright, wait, hold on. Let me think about this, actually. Whew, because there's a lot, man. There's a lot. We're gonna go... Alright. Lost Boys. Governor's Waltz. Bobby. Still Standing. We're gonna go Liberty Tree as well, I think. Honestly, we'll throw that in there. I Can't Wait, As Above, and maybe even throw in the Reprise there on a good day, because the Reprise was pretty strong as well. So let me add, yeah, so, yeah, a lot of favorites. The rest of the tracks, too, I mean, all very strong. Those were just my absolute favorites. Least favorites, excluding, like, the interlude stuff, I'm gonna probably just go Haunted. That legit might have been the only, like, full song that I thought was not amazing. Which is, like, is that not crazy to say about an album, man? Like, yeah, what an experience. I don't even have a song we conclude with, but, actually, no, I actually do have a song we're gonna conclude with. But, yeah, great album. Great album. Shout out Tony the Tiger. Let us, though, before we end stream, let me real quick just see if I can set this up, because we do have a little video that you guys might have heard of that is premiering today. I did promise that it will come out after the stream ends as well, so let me officially make it public. Love Haunted, TBH is just very different to her sound. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even dislike it, too, you know? I thought it was still pretty strong. It's just my least favorite, I guess. All right. Let's make it officially public. We'll stop. Yeah. All right. Y'all can see it right there. Officially public. Every sample on Status Update Music by Leroy, baby. Let's fucking go. And we were going to celebrate by listening to my favorite song on the album. Let me find it real quick, because I had to put it on Spotify so it can actually work. As a little celebration.
Was basically maybe I figured somehow maybe it healed.
Turned it down a little bit because why was Olivia Rodrigo there for a second?
I mean, the whole just her doing
this shit took so fucking long, man. And it's officially out, baby! Let's go! Watch that shit, man. I don't know why the A/B test stopped, though. Big switch up, I know, but Hope you have a good day. Enjoy the reaction. You too as well, Cellscape. Thank you for joining me for this one. I hope you enjoyed the new video. Give it a watch, baby. All right, I'm gonna take off now. Enjoy the rest of my day before work. You guys have a good day. Peace out, peace out. Watch that fucking video, baby. Bye.